Hey guys, this video I just wanted to go over the important aspects of the bot lane in the first phase of the game, just like whenever you first start the laning phase, the important parts that you need to be paying attention to, and the information that you need to be processing in order to really play it out correctly. So the first thing that you're going to want to really think about and go over, which is going to be during the loading screen and just this beginning phase when you're just waiting for the game to start, basically, is you want to be thinking about your lane matchup. So, how are you going to kill them? How are they going to kill you? Who has the biggest strengths at what levels? Just want to be going over just that whole matchup and figuring out how that's going to play out. So this game, for instance, we've got Ashe Soraka versus Jhin Lulu, and so neither lane really has a whole lot of kill pressure on the other. They've both got a high sustain comp, so a lot of it's going to come down to roaming and getting ganks and that kind of thing. It's not going to be super one-sided one way or the other. So the second thing you're going to be watching out for is the top lane. So you want to pay attention for if the enemy top laner leashes, because that's very important in showing basically which camp the enemy jungler is going to start at. So I'm going to pause it here. So if we take a look here, Kled doesn't have our jungler in topside jungle. So he's going to go immediately to the wave so he can start pushing it and get an early level 2. That's super important top lane, since it's a 1v1. Having a level advantage is even bigger a deal than it is bot lane. So if they have that opportunity, a top laner is always going to take that. So if you see them not doing that, right, like in this scenario here, I can see, let me change the fog of war here. I can see as Kled's walking into lane with his wave, there's no set here. So the fact that he's not here, I know for sure, or at least I can be very confident, that the enemy jungler is starting topside. So what I can know with this information is he's going to start his clear here. He's going to work his way down, clearing camps. And at about 3:30, 3:20-ish, he's going to be looking bot for a gank or potentially mid. So I'm going to assume that he's coming bot, because if he goes mid, that's not my problem. So I need to be aware of that. And then so the second thing you need to look at with this is, where is our jungler starting? So our jungler is starting bot side. So that means the opposite is true for them. He's going to be working his way up top side and then looking to either gank top or mid. So essentially we know that around 3:30, we have a potential of getting ganked, and we're not going to be getting any help from the jungler. This is what you need to be thinking through. So at that timing, I need to be thinking, I can't be in a position where I'm going to be easily ganked, right? So going back to our first step here, we know that our individual bot lane matchup, we don't have a ton of kill pressure against them. They don't have a ton of kill pressure against us. So it's really going to be a pretty even lane, other than jungle ganks or roams. So I'm probably not going to be able to kill them before the 3:30 mark, and they're probably not going to be able to kill us. So the most important thing is to make sure that I'm not pushing the wave out super hard and getting it down near their tower. Because if I do that, well, then it's going to make it extremely easy for the Vi to come in behind us and get a gank. So we need to plan quite a bit ahead in order to avoid this mistake. Because if I start pushing the first wave, then you can easily get in a position where you get stuck, and you can't really avoid the gank without giving up quite a bit of CS. And so that jungle timer of 3 minutes, 20 seconds, 3 minutes, 30 seconds, that's a pretty general jungle gank timer. It's altered a little bit by what kind of jungler you're talking about. There's certain junglers that can do it a lot earlier than that, like Shaco can come in at 3 minutes flat, or Nunu, if he wants to, can come in as a level 2 gank. So if he were to start on the bot side, then he can just pass straight down and gank us through river. But those are kind of the outliers. You'll learn those as you go. For right, if you're just getting started on learning the basics of wave management and jungle tracking, I would just start out with kind of assuming 3 minutes 20 seconds, 3 minutes 30 seconds, and then going from there. And then just to show you this example as we're going through here, we're taking some trades, free farming, making sure not to push into the enemy as we're getting near the 3-minute mark. We're letting them push us back in, and I'm gonna get rid of the fog of war here. So letting them push us back in, so we're now tucked in behind our wall here, and so we're extremely safe from jungle ganks now. There's really no way that Vi is going to be able to kill us. And so at 3:20, you can see she comes into the river to take Scuttle. She's taking this. Now, if at this moment we were pushed up into, basically where they are in the middle or a little bit further up, she'd be ganking us here and we'd be dead. But we're in a nice little safe spot. And then since she can't go bot, she's looking to try and make something happen mid. And now that we have kind of passed that mark where now she's going into mid, we can see that on the mini-map. We're now free to try and make a play if we see something happen. If they misplay, we can engage in a fight. So this is just kind of the basics of what you want to be thinking through in each of your games. And there's more matchup specific things to get more in detail with, but this is a good baseline for learning this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll answer whatever I can. And if you want me to cover any other topics like this, also leave a comment for that and let me know what you want to learn. All right, thanks. Bye.